Good morning. So today we're going to talk about Exodus chapter 36. And as I first read Exodus chapter 36, the first thing that came to my mind is this all sounds really familiar. Like I feel like I've read these exact same things recently. And it turns out we have pretty much read the exact same things recently because chapter 36 is the telling of how these specifically called people are supposed to carry out the instructions that God gave to Moses in chapter 26. So if you look back to chapter 26 of Exodus, you'll see the same stuff. But chapter 36 is the word unpacking the fact that down to the smallest detail, all of those things were done by these people God had called. And that's what really stood out to me about this chapter today. It was that God gave all these specific instructions. And then he gifted people in specific ways to carry out the instructions. And then he changed the hearts of not only the people who are doing the work, but the people who are supporting the work to make sure that the work gets done correctly and that the people who are doing the work have all the resources that they need to do it. And what a cool picture of the modern church. God's given us the instruction about what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be preaching the word, we're supposed to be making disciples, or at least preaching the word so that God makes disciples through his Holy Spirit. He gives us the instructions on how to do that. We got a book full of instructions on how to do that, more than we need. And then he's called people into his service. You know, we're a kingdom of priests, all those of us who are believers. So he's called us into service, and he's changed our hearts so that we want to do that. If you're out there struggling with your faith and saying, boy, I'm going through the motions, but I really don't want to do that, that's a bad sign. Because God changes the hearts of those who love him. And that doesn't mean if you ever have a doubt or ever have a bad attitude, you're not a believer. But if you're forcing yourself to do Christian-looking stuff and you don't want to, it's a good time to kind of get in the Word and think about where you stand. You know, like our book says, who you are and who God is. Spend some time focusing on that. So that's Exodus chapter 36. I really am enjoying reading through these things because you really do get a different picture. There's so much more in here. Just this wonderful story about Moses asking for contributions from the people and eventually having to stop the people from making contributions. What a blessing that would be to have that kind of problem. But you can tell there are people united behind the purpose and a people in awe of God because they've seen what God can do. And my prayer for all of us is that we can all be in awe of God, because inasmuch as God parted the Red Sea and provided them manna from heaven, we're in a culture, we're in a place in Christianity where we've seen the Messiah. We've seen what God has done for his people, and we should be in awe of that every day. And I'm going to try to do that, and I hope that you all will too. So have a great day. Leave any comments below, and we'll see some of you tonight. Bye.